When I looked at my son body, I knew it was much more wrong than what they say, but I expected the autopsy to tell the truth, and it didn't. Oh gosh, but I didn't know it was going to be like this.
Renee McGee, the mother of Stephen Johnson. Back in October of 2000, he was just 24 years old. His body pulled from the Ocmulgee River along Spring Street at MLK Boulevard in downtown Macon. This comes after he went missing for 6 days. At the time, Johnson was on state probation, and reports by that office say he tested positive for marijuana. In that report, it documents that he jumped into the river while still handcuffed from behind in an attempt to run from officers. As Johnson fled, it led to a citywide search. His mother claims she was misled by probation officers as to where and when the incident initially happened.
This first happened, you were out here like by yourself doing your own investigation.
I was out here by myself looking.
The black community in Macon was very vocal about the case.
We want justice! We want justice!
The law is not helping us, so we got to do it. So that's why we're taking a stand. We love Steve. He was a good person gone. And he died in the hands of law officials. And we need some answers. They know something. They're not coming forward.
The GBI Regional Crime Lab performed an autopsy on Johnson's body and ruled the case an accidental drowning.
I went and viewed the body. Oh my God. That was something. I mean, he had a gash over his right eye. His mouth was twisted. His left hand, it was just loose. His legs were twisted. And I was like, I'm like, all this should be on the autopsy. And I'm like, of course it was very shocking. Of course it was disturbing.
McGee had her son's body exhumed twice and turned to the Georgia NAACP, who connected her with Dr. Henry Johnson. Based in California, Dr. Johnson has over 35 years experience in clinical practice and is known for his review of autopsies in the landmark O.J. Simpson case.
It appeared to me that this was not an accidental death, and that you could not draw a conclusion that the cause of death was drowning, because there was no forensic pathological evidence to support that diagnosis. With the blunt force trauma to the victim's face, his face was practically mutilated, and you might as well say this is the Emmett Till of the new millennium.
Johnson's review of the case was even brought to the attention of Georgia Senator Johnny Isakson, who forwarded his report to the U.S. Department of Justice. We contacted Senator Isakson's office, who says they couldn't discuss the details of casework for constituents. McGee says the investigation hit a dead end. Dr. Johnson says when a drowning goes unwitnessed, it's hard to prove, and he says at the very least, Stephen Johnson's death should have been ruled undetermined.
Number one, Stephen Johnson had no water in his lungs, number one. Number two, there was no suggestion that there was any aspiration into the air passages.
In the reports by probation officers, Johnson was said to be handcuffed from behind.
There's no way possible that he could have maneuvered to get those handcuffs around to the front of his body. And over and beyond that, the toxicology reports post-mortem show that there was no cannabis derivatives found in any of his tissue specimens.
Today, Stephen Johnson would be 41 years old. As for what transpired back on October 10th of 2000, the years have passed too soon for a grieving mother.
It's hard. It really is hard. And people can know the truth. They can tell you the truth. Everybody knows this, but nothing's done. And it's like you're talking to air. Unreal.
Tavares Jones, WGXA News.